And the thing is, Shane, everybody has to die. Everybody's here for a limited period of time.
Yeah.
And this question of why is very important. Yeah, when it comes to everything else, we don't go to work and say, maybe my boss might come and elbow me in the nose. Yeah, he might come and give me a wedgie, an atomic wedgie. Yeah, he might just start sticking a banana up my nose. There's all sorts of possibilities. It depends on certain bosses. Yeah, they're a bit, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm saying, look, we deal with the rational. We deal with what we know, because with certain things at the start you said I don't know. So if a ship can't sail without a sailor, a shop can't operate, or a shop can't function without a shopkeeper. Yeah, a classroom. You remember when you were in school, Shane, isn't it? Yeah, when the teacher left the class. Tell me what happened. The kids, they regressed. They went down the evolutionary model, and they turned back into chips. Yeah, and they start going nuts. Yeah. So because I'm a teacher myself, I know how it is. As soon as I'm leaving the class, I hear them like, "Sir's gone, Sir's gone." And then as I'm approaching, "Sir's coming, Sir's coming." So the point, my friend, is with all the complexities and the ecosystems. When we look at the complexities of life, it's undeniable. And it's irrational to assume that it operates. It operates without an operator. Would you agree with that on a rational level?
We're talking about God. Yeah.
We're talking on a rational level. Can it operate without an operator?
No.
It can't. Very good, Shane. You're being intellectually honest. Yeah. So then we go on to the points that you're saying. Yeah. You're saying, okay, all right. I've acknowledged that there has to be an intelligence. There has to be a creator. I do not believe that this all came by accident. Yeah. Excellent. Now we go on to, okay, if there is a creator. Yeah. You remember from Big Bang we had time, space. That's what scientists tell us, that's how it started. Yeah.
Some scientists,
So it makes sense that the creator has to be outside of time and space. Because if he is inside time and space, it then necessitates that he is subject to the laws of science, isn't it? So he is, as they say, contingent. That he can cease to exist. Would you think that God can cease to exist? If he's orchestrated everything, created everything, can he then cease to exist?
If that narrative is true, then no.
So for God, it makes sense that he is powerful.
Of course,
He's created everything. He is all intelligent, because we see that even in creation as well, isn't it? So it makes sense that there is a intelligence, and that intelligence is ever living, is outside time and space. He is not rational. He's not necessarily understood by us, and that, would you be content with calling him? It's a title of God.
Obviously,
Sorry, Jazakallah.
You're talking about it from an Islamic point of view, right?
At the moment, I'm just speaking from a rational point of view. We'll get to the Islamic thing, and you can tell me anything that you have an issue with, no problem.
Not an issue, it's just more of a concern and more to learn more.
Yes,
you know?
yes, of course.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying at this moment in time. No.
Excellent. So then, Shane, would it make sense? You see that he's very happy as well.
Yeah, very happy.
Yes, very good. So, would it make sense, Shane, with how I've described this intelligence, that it makes sense that there is only one? Because if there were multiple, then, but here's where rationality kicks in, Shane. Because we're saying he is the all-powerful. He is the creator of all. He is the first. You can't have two firsts. You can't have two people that finish first in a race. You call it a draw, but again, you don't. There will be still. You check the camera and you're like, that person edged it by 1/10 of a second. That's what they do in Formula 1, isn't it? I don't know it's Formula 1 anymore, but they say he's won a 1/10 of a second pole position. So it makes sense that God is one. Yeah, because you can't say, yeah, he is all powerful, but he's all powerful too. He is the first, but he's also the first.
Basically, you're dismantling some religions. I think Hindus believe in multiple gods.
Hindus believe, yeah, in multiple, yeah,
Sikhs-
thousands, yeah.
Sikhs as well. I don't know. Do Sikhs believe in multiple gods?
I'm not sure. Possibly I don't want to attribute anything to Sikhism, but I think certain beliefs that they have with Guru Nanak, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating.
Yeah. But the thing, Shane, is at the moment, the thing is, what you have to understand, we're all products of our society. Yeah?
Of course, yeah.
Media, misconceptions, people's stories do affect us. Yeah, and we do understand that there is a narrative, and the narrative nowadays is not pro faith, pro religion. It's more in their favor, the powers that be, to keep us consuming, to not keep us thinking about our purpose. Because if we start thinking that we are not defined by what we are purchasing, then they don't make their money. So they have to make you think, Shane, that you're not good looking, you're not handsome, because you're then going to go and buy extra grooming product. They have to tell you that you don't have a six-pack, and these women, they like the six-pack. Yeah, so you're going there doing the stomach crunches, and as it's obvious, I've been slipping on the stomach crunches. I've got the one pack, I just need to get 5 more. I'm getting there one by one. So the thing, Shane, is that's why I'm not dealing with the religion at the moment. I'm just getting you to think rationally how we can arrive at the conclusion that there is a creator, and the creator has to be one. Yeah? And then, Shane, it makes sense that creator, after he's created us, it makes sense that he then sends an instruction manual. For example, I don't know about you, but anytime I buy like a shelf from IKEA, I have to sit there and get my thinking cap on and start looking at the pictures. And now imagine if I didn't have that instruction manual. I'd have a shelf. Normally it should be here, but my shelf would probably be here. You got one compartment there, one compartment there, one compartment dangling over there. Be all over the place. Now if I get an instruction manual, I appreciate it. Now, if IKEA go, you know what? Remember, we've seen your videos. We appreciate you. So we're going to send someone, Shane. We're going to send somebody that's going to help you understand that instruction manual. You'd appreciate it. So what the theistic religions believe, Shane, is God then sent instruction manuals and then sent prophets to explain those instruction manuals. So prophets came after the books to explain the books. And that's rationally, Shane, how you can understand that there is a God, number one, that there is one God, number two. Number three, rationally makes sense that there is scripture that God sends for us to understand. Number four, it follows therefore that there are prophets that have been sent. And then I know you want to say something.
Now, everything you're saying, I don't disagree with.
Excellent, Shane.
Okay, but really, the point of talking to you in particular is because I have a lot of questions and concerns, maybe.
Let's go for it.
About Islam. Okay, in a respectful way. I don't want to offend anyone.
Shane, it's not about offence. I'm giving you full authority to ask whatever you want.
Okay. Oh, the pressure's on, eh?
I can assure that these people, they're a very friendly bunch here. You can see this one's a bit dodgy though. No. Trust me, people that have been following my content know. A couple of weeks ago, one guy was standing where you're standing. He said, Allah is fail. Allah is fail. And last week, the same guy was saying, your God is small, this small. A few weeks before, somebody said, I think Prophet Muhammad had mental tendencies. So I've had it all, Shane. You don't have to worry about it.
And I don't want to offend anyone.
I don't think these people are going to get offended.
But,
they're just enjoying this conversation.
Let's get to the meat and bones.
Let's go for it. I like meat.
So do I.
And as you can see, I have bones as well.
Sharia law. Okay.
I love how you said it.
Yeah.
And then you paused and said, okay. To see if it's landed. No problem.
Yeah.
Sharia law.
No, and I know Sharia law is prayer, it's given to charity. There's a lot of good stuff that I respect. What I don't respect is the apostasy law. Now, if Islam was true, you would not need to have that. You would not have to kill someone for leaving Islam. If it's true. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but...
That's fine. From your knowledge,
Yeah.
is there any other religion that has the apostasy law?
I think
Or that
Jews.
discuss it? Judaism does. All right. And that's in the Bible. You
The
agree
Old
with that,
Testament.
yeah? Yeah, it's in the Old Testament. It's actually in Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 6.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So you know it very well.
I do. I'm aware of these questions.
Okay. No, of course. That's why I came to you, because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
a known figure, you know your stuff.
Well,
You know,
debatable,
so
but
I'm just here to learn.
yeah, he's here to learn as well.
Yeah.
The wasp.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see, and are you aware that the society that we live in,
Yeah.
it's a liberal society, would you agree with that? It's based upon neoliberalism.
Neoliberalism, secular values, yeah. It's
And-
not based upon, it's lost its, I mean, obviously the Christian history of this country will always be there, but it's lost some of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
would
agree.
agree.
I agree with you. Are you aware that it's even within the liberal framework,
Yeah.
the apostasy law is within the liberal framework as well? Are you aware of this?
Are you talking about,
I'm talking about the founders like John Stuart Mill, like John Locke, yeah, John Rousseau. All of these individuals, if you study their writings, you will see that the apostasy law is compatible even within the liberal framework system. Are you aware of this?
yeah, but then I wouldn't say that's not the perfect interpretation. Like the British law system is not perfect.
Yeah.
Whereas Islam and Sharia law should be perfect, right? If it's been revealed to Muhammad, to the Prophet Muhammad.
No. I see your point, but
Yeah.
at the moment, what I first need to establish, Shane, is many people come to Islam. Obviously, not like yourself. You seem like an educated individual. People come and they claim that it's just Islam. Apostasy law is just in Islam.
No.
Yeah, but you seem like someone that's a bit more
No, it's
nuanced.
in the Jewish.
Yeah, it's in the Bible also, and it's even within the liberal framework.
Yeah.
The framework that's being pushed upon other countries now as well. That you need to follow this framework as well. By the way, you abandon Sharia law or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But so we've established that. Now, another thing, Shane, that needs to be understood is you understand that treason law.
Yeah.
Can you just summarize what's your understanding of the treason law?
Would Edward Snowden be an example? Are you talking about the British system or?
No, just your understanding of treason. Because you do know treason is punishable by death, isn't it?
It would be betrayal, wouldn't it, of your
Yeah.
country or?
What it is, Shane, back in the days, the thing is, what we do is we look at the framework that we have now,
Yeah.
and then we try to superimpose it
Yeah.
on the framework of the past.
Right.
But the thing, Shane, is that the current state system that we have now is different to the state system that was in the past. For example, the religion,
Yeah.
your religion would be the entire state.
Yeah.
So when you're leaving the religion, you're leaving the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the apostasy law, a lot of people claim that when you leave, that's it, it's death. But then my question to you, Shane, if that was so true, wouldn't we be hearing every other week, every other month, every other year, people being killed because they've left
Don't you
Islam?
think people would be scared to do it?
No, I wouldn't say so, because look at the amount of Muslim. In fact, I would argue that the most populated Muslim country on the planet,
Yeah. Is it Indonesia?
it's India is definitely amongst them. Let's just say, for argument's sake, India is not a Muslim country. Okay, Indonesia, Malaysia,
Yeah.
Egypt has Coptic Christians there. Yeah.
So 10%, isn't it?
Saudi Arabia. Have you ever heard, Shane, of a Muslim country that has killed an apostate in your recollection?
Have I? Not country. I've heard of groups do it.
Which group?
ISIS.
Are you aware of ISIS here?
What they do?
Like in terms of who ISIS is?
Yeah, I know they're created.
There's not a single Muslim, a credible Muslim scholar or group that considers ISIS to follow mainstream Islam.
That's just one example. So
I'm saying that if this was sanctioned by Islam, there are countries that claim to follow Islam, isn't it? Like you've got the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. But yeah, if I ask anybody, have you ever heard of somebody killing an apostate? They say no.
But why is it in the book then? Like, why is it part of it?
The thing, Shane, is what people like to do is it's there as a deterrent. Yeah. Many of these punishments that you will possibly have in your mind, they are deterrents. Yeah. Now, if deterrents aren't there, I'll tell you what's going to happen, Shane. If people leave from the MI6, for example, Catherine Gunn, when she revealed what America was planning to do with the UN, with regards to the Iraq war, it was game over for her. It was game over for her. Yeah. We look at Gary Webb. When he exposed what the CIA was doing in Nicaragua, the problem, he had a mysterious death. Edward Snowden, you quoted. Yeah. So the thing, Shane, what I'm saying is, look, we're not going to hear, we're not standing here and we're sugarcoating. That anyone can come in and claim to believe and then leave and then start hurting the Muslims. Yeah. There needs to be a consequence. That Shane, if somebody comes and I'm telling you, every country, if you work in the Secret Service, you work within the higher echelons of the politics, and then you go and you start causing problems for that country, I'm telling you there will be a consequence. Now the point to consider here is you're saying death. But that's the thing. That's not the Jumhur opinion. Yeah? You don't just...
What's the...
Jumhur means that's not the consensus opinion.
Okay.
Now, you see, somebody's left the religion, that's it. It doesn't work like that. There is a court, just like you said Sharia, there is a Sharia court. Sharia, for the Tajweed inspectors watching. The Sharia court. And in that court, there is a system. There's criteria that you need to follow. It's not as simple as that, my friend. You know what I'm saying? And in most cases, they will not get death. But the thing is, this is called selective outrage, where a person takes one thing and then they make it seem like that is representative of the faith.
Fair enough.
Do you see, Shane? Because otherwise, I'm going to be honest, you're going to get loads of people, that are coming in, wreaking havoc, then leaving, and then just doing mad stuff and causing pain. And the Islamic State, not the Islamic State group. But back in the days, the Islamic State, it composed of Muslims, Christians, Jews, and people of other faiths. So if you then leave and you cause even issues for Christians and Jews, no. It's not just Muslims. Do you see, Shane?
No.
So logically...
Like I say, I'm here to ask questions.
No, that's absolutely fine.
So I might have some misconceptions.
But you're satisfied with that, yeah?
I mean...
What's your next...
There's so many, but because there's so many people, I forgot. There's a lot of pressure. I would love to learn more about why is there so many ex-Muslims that hate Islam, and literally their whole mission is to convey people to stay away from Islam.
Very good. Okay. For that, you need to understand somewhat the geopolitics, And if you look at the geopolitics, Shane, you will realize in every society there has been a scapegoat. Now, there's a really good book. I know the color is a black and red book. It's called The Islamophobia Industry. By Nathan something. So what he says is, previously, in fact, there's a book called Killing Hope by William Bloom. Yeah, and in this book, he compiles 50 countries that since World War II, the United States has interfered in. 50 countries, and it's a catalogue. And most of them, the premise for that issue, to make the masses accept that, is communism. Yeah. So the point that I'm trying to say, Shane, is previously it was communism. Yeah. Before that, it was the blacks. Before that, it was the Jews. Before that, it was the Bavarian Illuminati, not the Illuminati that people are going to say, brother believes in the Illuminati. Not that Illuminati. This was an actual group called the Bavarian Illuminati. Yeah. So there's always been scapegoats. Now it makes sense for people to exploit the current scapegoat. For example, do you know that since 9/11, 75% of the extremist attacks have been done by far-right extremists? Did you know this? Search it up. His name is Chris Hunter. Yeah, Chris Hunter used to work in the government. He doesn't anymore. Now he's a terrorism analyst. He's a terrorism analyst. So 75%. Now I ask you, Shane, why is it that the news coverage doesn't reflect the amount of extremists?
I mean, I would have to verify what you just said. But if that is true, then I don't know. There's obviously a narrative.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good rational answer. There is a narrative. In fact, there's an article you can find on RT where even the Russians, they are using Islamophobia to create destabilization in the West as well.
In the West.
In the West, because there's that whole Russia versus the West. And the thing is, even if we look at the way Islam is portrayed in the media, we know there is some sort of narrative.
It's very negative.
Now, would you say, because even in the park, there's been many people that have accepted Islam. Some people from Christian backgrounds. What happens, Shane, is I hear very little people that go around proclaiming, I'm an ex-Christian, I'm an ex-Christian, or I'm an ex-Jew, I'm an ex-Jew. But naturally, they are uncomfortable with their faith. They have certain emotional problems with their faith. But when they leave,
I'm sure if I was to ask a lot of them, just my opinion, I'm sure they would still say, I don't hate Christianity, I don't hate the Jewish faith, I don't hate the Hindu faith. Whereas I've seen a lot of ex-Muslims.
I would disagree with that, Shane. Because I've come across people because
they hate it.
They hate it. Because think about it, Shane. If you're like a lot of people that leave Christianity that I've come across, they say, the concept of God didn't give me this, he took my wife away from me, he took this away, I hate God. I hate God. But the thing is, there's no profit to be made from ex-Christians. There's more profit to be made from ex-Muslims. If you actually look at where they're getting their funding from, the ex-Muslims of Canada, the ex-Muslims of so-and-so, they're forming even the Quilliam Foundation. The Quilliam Foundation that was receiving heavy
funding. The Quilliam Foundation, aren't they still classify themselves as Muslim, don't they?
No, because no. Reason being, because especially Majid Nawaz, who's like the main figurehead.
He claims to be a Muslim.
He claims to be. Like, for example, Shane, if I claim to be a vegan, and I'm here and I'm like, you're Shane, I got a beef burger, I'm like, look, veganism, it's well important. And then every 2 minutes I'm sliding the meat back into the burger because it's just leaking out. You're gonna think, what sort of vegan is this guy? Are you a vegan? No, Shane, you gotta trust me, mate. I'm a vegan, mate. You gotta try this, really good, mate. You're gonna think this guy's a nutcase. So when you look at the fundamentals of Islam, certain things, the absolute fundamentals. And a person is willy-nilly denying the fundamentals of the faith and then claims, I'm a Muslim. no one in their right mind is going to take them seriously.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you look on the grassroots level, you don't get grassroots organizations even accepting Quilliams. No mosque even invites them. There must be something wrong then.
Okay.
Because they're denying fundamental verses of the Quran. Do you see?
Yeah.
So the point that I'm trying to say is, these ex-Muslims, like I've spoken to some ex-Muslims, they're like, they would be as forthcoming as yourself. They say, look, we don't agree, blah, 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 we're just getting on with our life.
Yeah.
However, people that are ex-Muslims, they don't work. They're with other ex-Muslims and they're regularly making videos. Oh, I'm sorry, how are you not working and able to make these videos, high-end quality, latest camera and all this equipment? Like, I'm sorry, one add one is two. Can't be a potato.
I mean, I do agree. There is a lot of, let's be honest, there is a lot of hatred towards Islam. Not just from the rest of, like, from a lot of different faiths and people. There's a lot of hatred. So I understand there's a lot of bias, and that's why.
And one thing, sorry, Shane, I think this adds to your point as well. You know, last about a week ago, there was a terrorist attack in this country. Yeah, you probably didn't hear of it.
No, I didn't.
Because it was a white man. Yeah, and this white man, he went on a rampage. Yeah, there was a mass shooting.
Sorry, you're talking about Plymouth?
Yeah, Plymouth.
Yeah.
Plymouth.
Sorry.
It's because I said terrorist, and that's why you were like, it can't be that.
I won't lie. Yeah.
Because that's how it is, and this actually proves my point.
Yeah.
That when these things happen, labeling is very important. The Plymouth shooter.
He was a terrorist.
Yeah, exactly.
He was,
but they didn't call him that.
Right.
And it's the biggest mass shooting that's taken place in this country.
None of the mainstream media actually use the word terrorist.
Yeah.
They should have.
In the last 15 years, it's the first mass shooting that's taken place in this country.
Yeah.
Dylan Roof, he went into a church
And killed a lot.
No, it was in a black
Christians,
church. He killed black Christians, and you know what happened?
Start a race war,
But do you know what happened when he was